This is a Headgum podcast.
Forced to serve demonic coven, searing flesh in Satan's oven, blackened bones stacked in a pile, severed heads slow cooked in bile, sweet release of darkness yearning, burning, burning, burning dead alive, burning, burning, burning dead alive. Pie of darkness extra cheesy, blazing sauce to make you queasy. Flames inflame a tender colon, unholy hole now singed and swollen. Stomach rumbled, tumbled, churning, burning, burning, burning dead alive. Burning, burning, burning dead alive. This week on Doughboys, we consume flames and are consumed by flames as we continue Shockdoughbooerdeath 2023, a scarifying month of frights and bites with the delectably devilish Lucifers Pizza. Welcome to Doughboys, the podcast about rattling chain restaurants. I'm the murder boy, Nick Weiger, along with my co-host, the hill that doesn't have eyes, the spoon wolf man, Mike Mitchell.
Howdy-ho, Wags.
Mitch, we are Mario and Luigi. You're Mario, I'm Luigi, and you know what? I'm feeling pretty good.
You look, I said you look more off-putting than you did as Joker. Let's go.
Oh, that's great.
We're going to...
And then when people listen to this episode, oh, no.
Wags, we're Mario and Luigi.
That's right.
You got peanut butter, and because of that deal, I got Mario.
I think you look great. You're a good-looking Mario.
And also a good role reversal in that I'm the one who's hung with the mustache.
You got you're packing the big boy stash.
Yeah, I'm
Luigi
packing heat over here.
Not quite Hitler stash, but a little bit more modest.
Pretty close. Pretty close, Nintendo. But
I guess we probably don't want too many Italians talking about their politics openly.
Mike Campanelli back in Quincy.
Yeah.
Like, Italians love Trump. That's what he's saying to me.
They have an openly fascist prime minister at the moment, I believe. Or president, yeah.
Wags, we were not going to veer into politics. We shouldn't talk about it ever.
Now is the time for the Doughboys to get into politics more than ever. No, we're not going to talk about politics. We are here to have fun.
Also, I don't know if you noticed our guest wearing a very funny costume, but we'll introduce them in
our guest in a second.
Made us cackle when we saw it.
Yes.
I just want to point out how just this guy. Also, this is labeled as a disguise. On the back of it says disguise.
Not a very good disguise.
It's a disguise?
You can't pull off a bank job with this disguise.
And then this guy, I said, this is just the wrong energy for Mario, the guy on the cover.
He's too hunky.
He's too hunky, but he's also like, hey.
Hey, I'm Mario. I'm fucking Mario.
He doesn't Mario energy.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit goofier.
Yeah. Anyways, a great disguise.
Whatever. It's probably a guy who works at the costume company. They're just like, hey, put the costume on. We'll take a picture of you. Here's an extra $50.
The glue from the mustache is going into my real mustache hair, and it's going to be a nightmare.
So I'm clean shaven at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
I freshly shaved today, and it's kind of working out for me. So I'm glad I'm not having to suffer from what you're going through.
You got a little rat tail in the back though, going right now.
Do I?
You look like a little sleazy Luigi.
I tried to tuck it all up in my cap here, but I guess there's some strays. It's tough.
You look great, Wags. I wanted to say. Howdy ho to the Monster Squad, who I haven't addressed the entire theme month.
That's right.
And now I gotta say, what's up to the Monster Squad?
Who is the Monster Squad?
We don't have to look into it. They're a part of. They're
part of our
kind of like
base.
An offshoot of Spoon Nation.
Got it.
I had a little song to sing too. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I don't have to look at my phone for this.
Well, yeah, but it's nice to have that safety blanket.
Okay. Swamp Thing, you make my heart sing. You make everything swampy.
Really good. This is, Mitch, is a remarkable coincidence because the question I have, because I sometimes will write a little bit of a thought starter. My thought starter for today's episode is Creatures from the Black Lagoon. Your thoughts?
Really?
Yeah, right there. You can read it if you want.
This is perfect.
Kind of ties in. I don't know if Swamp Thing is a creature from the Black Lagoon.
Should I say you make my heart green, probably?
Oh, yeah, that's better, yeah.
Yeah. But Swamp Thing and Sing, they rhyme. Whatever. We'll talk about this after the episode.
You make my heart scream?
You make my
heart green?
Yeah. You know what? You haven't addressed either?
You make my Swamp Thing?
Yeah. Swamp Thing, you make my Swamp Thing?
Yeah. You make Swamp Thing. Swamp Thing.
I also, when I wrote that down, I was like, did Hanford perform this song? It's possible
it probably was something
someone has
done,
just sang this song before.
Yeah, sure.
Wise, you've never addressed the Monster Fuck either, your famous song that I know it's on another podcast.
It's kind of a Comedy Bang Bang thing, but yeah.
They have the rights to it?
Do I have the rights to the Monster
Fuck? No, I'm saying
Fuck?
Comedy Bang Bang has the rights to Monster Fuck?
Ackerman might own the Monster. I might have signed away the Monster Fuck 10 years ago. I don't know. Ackerman's put another story on his house from the fucking Monster Fuck. No, I have no idea. I don't think anyone
This is the Monster Fuck wing.
Let me read about this roast that was sent in. Okay. Hey, Doughboys, happy Shockdoughbooerdeath. Jesus Christ. Considering the theme, I thought you might be looking for spooky roast for Mitch. I had trouble choosing between this or the invisible manhood. Sorry, Mitch, from Brad, roastmoonman@gmail.com.
I always like how they follow up with another insulting thing they could have done.
Yeah, you don't have to put your alt in the body of the email. I mean, I'll read it if you do, but you don't have to do that.
That's the Doughboys meme. You know the Doughboys memes? There's a Doughboys memes account.
I've probably seen this.
I feel like we're going to kill our guests if we don't get to them shortly. There's a Doughboys. Look, by the way, you were peanut butter, I was jelly.
That's right.
And then when we go to change, you fucking take the damn you take the Mario costume.
I forgot who was who.
You think you're Mario?
I wasn't precious about being Mario. I just forgot who was who. I said
I'm Mario.
That's
it's
fine.
A me.
Calm the fuck down. Fine.
Wait, what was I just talking about before I got mad at you?
Don't you like the green one because it reminds you of Ireland?
I do like Luigi's green.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Doughboys meme account, dude.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Bart. Thank you, Bart. The Doughboys meme account they put the Shark Knight or something.
Uh-huh.
And then in the comment it was like, Fat Man was too mean. And it's like, well, don't say it in the comments. Don't say Fat Man was too mean. Then you're still doing it. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, Emma, let's hit him with a drop.
Hello, Ghostbusters.
I'm Nick Weiger alongside my co-host, Pre-Ghost Slimer.
Uh-huh. Well, just give me the address.
Mitch wanted to keep it a secret.
I'm a man who fears the devil. I believe in the supernatural. I believe in a lot of this stuff.
Yes, of course. Oh, they'll be totally discreet. Thank you. We got one!
If there's something strange in your neighborhood, who you gonna call?
Ghostbusters! I'm very afraid of ghosts.
He's actually a scaredy cat.
Meow, meow.
All right. Sure.
So the person who sent that drop in, look what you did to our guest. You made them sit here in this fucking mask. Howdy, Drop King and the entire Doughboys crew, DB's crew. It was great to meet you and the boys in Seattle last year and hear my Frasier drop played during the live show.
Wow.
Here's my attempt at a silly, spooky drop for October. Hope you enjoy Dango DC from the Dose Chord.
Thanks, Dango.
Wags, look, we did a live show. This is technically our last. It comes before the last episode.
This is our final record chronologically for us, but this will be released before our final episode of Shockdoughbooerdeath, which was our live show we did with Don't Stop or We'll Die. We've already performed that show and recorded it as of now. So That'll be out next week. And also, just for anyone who watches on YouTube, that episode is audio only. No video was filmed for that, so there's just an audio component. It'll still be here in the YouTube channel, but yeah.
Well, we should introduce our guest because we pivoted. We weren't going to do this and It also is a perfect place to do.
I think this worked out great. This is there's a term for this.
I have some issues.
Not quite happy accident. There's some other term.
I have some issues with. We'll get into it. Let's introduce our guests before we kill them.
Our guest today returned to the show, Eva Anderson here, wearing a Bart Simpson mascot helmet, which feel free to take off at any point.
Hey, guys.
Wow.
Yay.
Bit worth it. Great mascot helmet.
That's good.
How are you feeling? Because that looks extremely hot.
It was bad. I rented this for the show at a place near our collective home.
Wow.
It used to be on Venice Boulevard. It's called Robinson's Butilities.
Okay.
But then it moved to the inside of a comic book store that's down on Centinela.
Oh, I know exactly where that is.
Yeah, and a year ago, I looked and they had like a book of all their rental costumes that included like this Bart Simpson, but they were all jammed I think they're from the 80s, and they're like, oh, those are all jammed in a trailer and we can't get to them. But then this week I went and they had Bart right out front.
And was it dirty when you rented it?
Look at the back.
Oh my God. He's spotted. He has little spots on him.
He's got all sorts of grease on him. Look at his teeth.
Yeah.
His teeth are really bad.
This feels like this has been around since 1989 or whenever the Simpsons.
This feels
Christmas
like a first
special.
season.
Yeah, season one
Bart. Yeah.
They do have a Homer and a Marge as well.
Wow.
And they both. I had a hard time. Like they do not have a Lisa.
You made the right choice.
Bart's good.
That was great. Also, Bart's sitting next to Mario, oddly an appropriate timestamp for like the late 80s, early 90s. That was like, I feel like when these two characters were the apex of their popularity.
These two were ruling everywhere you looked. It was Mario and Bart, right?
Yeah.
That's you couldn't
avoid them.
You couldn't avoid
They were
them.
inescapable.
Mm-hmm.
And Bart was in a lot of arcade games as well.
That's true.
There was like you could play Bart.
You could play Bart.
Yeah.
The Simpsons arcade. That is a great old arcade.
Yeah, it's a fun beat 'em up. They'll get Konami, the Konami one. Bart was in a lot of bad video games.
What's the one where it's Bart versus
the Space Mutants?
That's a good one.
It's a little, it's a little janky.
Okay.
I mean, like it had some cool ideas, but actually playing it. I played it as a kid, and then I replayed it a couple years ago, and it's like it's got some issues.
Bart's Nightmare, I remember being close to unplayable.
Some of those games are really bad, yeah. And then like the Simpsons Wrestling, the PlayStation 1 game that was really bad.
Do you remember that? But then Hit and Run comes.
Hit and Run's pretty good, yeah.
They start. But I also do feel like Bart, like that does feel like Halloween 1990, 1991. You're going to be Bart. Not necessarily that giant head thing, but. Like more like a plastic mask, shitty version of Bart. Yeah.
I would say you're right. Oh, also these spikes, I guess used to be up, but they're just like curled into his head.
Gnarly.
And there's more spots on the top of his head I didn't see before. The other major costumes you can rent there's a lot of there's like a Tweety bird that's really deranged, but there's a Popeye and an olive oil that I also really waffled on that are so fucked up.
Yeah.
I love it so much.
That's great.
An old costume. Oh man.
Yeah, that looks like it's been stored in a chimney. It is so
it's
so
uncleanable.
Dirty. Yeah. Eva, thank you so much for being here. One of our favorite guests, and we're always happy to have you back for some dumb theme thing. And because I know you are a fan of. And I mean this with affection. So tell me how you characterize it. I feel like you're someone who likes things that are shitty and weird.
Yes.
So,
thank you.
So like you like weird shit, but I think you also like the spooky kind of veers into that too very often. I feel like Halloween oftentimes has a lot of overlap with that.
Yeah, just to give. Well, I think October just presents a lot of opportunities to do dumb shit.
Right.
Like it all comes out. I mean, one thing. Can we talk about like what we were considering, and you can bleep it.
Yes.
Frankenstein.
That's right.
That looked
the
so
Frankenstein
good. It looked like
bar.
shit. Yeah.
That looked like shit.
Yeah.
It looked so good in the way that it would have been shit.
It would have sucked so bad. It would have been very funny to go. I mean, look, if anyone worked on it who listens to the show, God bless you. On the surface, it looked like it was basically a pop-up that was a mad scientist lab that had cocktails that were served.
Called Frankenstein's bar.
Yeah, yeah.
And then also that, which also looked crazy.
We may end up doing.
Okay, well then bleep that if
you're invited to.
Yeah, if you want to come.
Oh yeah.
It's very funny because we mentioned that and then people are like, I want to go. There's been multiple people who say they want to go.
Yeah.
I
have I never watched. I wouldn't know. I have no reference point for like the town or the restaurant.
You would. I think it's gonna be dog shit. It looks better than Frankenstein's bar.
Yes.
I went to the Blockbuster bar, which was a pop-up on Melrose.
How was that?
You had to like pull. They made it look like a Blockbuster inside, and then if you wanted a drink, you had to find the video that was the drink, and then take it out and like rent it. And it's like you want like a pink drink, you had to get like Legally Blonde, and then give it to them, and then they would start making your Legally Blonde drink.
Oh man,
that's kind of fun in theory.
It's fun in theory, but was it complicated?
It was needlessly complicated.
Yeah.
But I had a good time. I went with some good pals.
That's awesome.
Then we just, like there's the people that I also went to the Golden Girls restaurant where they only serve lasagna.
Why?
It was a Garfield restaurant, but they couldn't get a permit.
It said like there's something outside that said "I hate Mondays."
Fuck up. But put Blanche's head next to it in the quote bubble.
Yeah, Blanche is like orange skin. You're like, wait a minute.
Cheesecake and lasagna, and also it was like a sober restaurant. Like it was like
oh wow,
you could only get like iced tea.
This sounds so bad.
Yeah, it was bad. It was in Beverly Hills. So anyway, there's this one company that's doing a lot of these pop-ups.
Yes.
I think they were involved in movies too.
Okay, yeah.
So it seems like they couldn't get a liquor license at this spot either.
That was in like a weird place in Beverly Hills. Yeah, but then also there's like all the haunts, which are their own things, and some of them are good and some of them are janky. But that's like another bunch of opportunities to do stuff. So yeah.
So I think that this has been a great theme month. We almost went to the Queen Mary. Podcast The Ride was doing it. We had a pivot.
That's right. We were getting Shacktoberfest specifically. And oddly enough, we are going to be covering Shack in a few weeks in the main feed. So look forward to that. But Shacktoberfest,
I feel like this maybe would have
PTR kind of covered that territory.
I don't want to tip the hat too much, but I feel like this maybe would have been a bit of a redeemer in I feel like
a pre-deemer, because it would be like, it happened chronologically beforehand. But yeah, I listened to the Podcast The Right episode about Shacktoberfest, and I was like, fuck, they like had a great time. We should have just gone to Shacktoberfest.
We should have just gone to Shacktoberfest. My issue with we didn't talk any scary movies. We talked about a shark movie.
This is a scary movie.
And then, like, my dream, Eva, I think you would agree with this, if we went to like an abandoned hospital or something. I think that would have been fun.
Like an actual like spooky thing, like the sort of thing a paranormal investigator would go to.
We should have broken into the murder house.
Oh my God.
We break the stained glass window and we like crawl in like past the Christmas tree that was left the night of the murder.
I drove by it the other day.
Has anyone bought it, or is it still totally empty?
It's still completely empty.
Oh, gross.
Did you go with us the time like me and Harris and a bunch of people went?
I mean, I would look in the windows.
That's
like,
I
feel like one night we did like the 24-hour, the 12-hour or whatever movie marathon, and then I think we walked over and like looked in the windows.
That sounds right. I went a couple times, and it is horrifying. That house is horrifying. It's now gutted. This is the lowest feel as murder mansion.
Yeah.
And I remember I stepped on the grass and I like sunk into the ground. But there was like a TV in the window. Like there was and there was a magazine from 1959 that I saw through the window.
Wow. So it's just frozen in time.
This was like a decade ago. Yeah. It's like this doctor who killed his wife.
And
then
tried to kill the kids.
It
was on Christmas. Mm-hmm. Then he drank battery acid and killed himself.
Yeah.
And then the kids escaped. But then the house, the relative that inherited the house didn't want anything to do with it. So it just sat completely frozen.
Wow.
Since the 70s to the early aughts. And when finally the LA Times wrote about it. And they were like, this is just going on in this very expensive street.
Yeah.
It's like a Spanish mansion.
It's a huge mansion. And like you could
someone buy it?
So people bought, because the guy owned it forever. And then when I visited, the times we visited, that guy still owned it. He passed away in 2000, maybe 12 or something. I don't know when he passed away. But then someone bought it, and then they still haven't been able to do anything with it. So it's just this empty house. But I would never, ever go in. I don't know if I could ever go inside of it. It's so scary.
It's scary. I mean, I would go to an abandoned hospital with you if you came up. We could find one.
Did you say I'd live there?
Yeah, I'd have no problem living there.
Okay. You don't believe in ghosts?
Not that I even don't believe in ghosts,
you just
but
aren't
I just
afraid of no ghosts.
Yeah, that's more like a Ray Parker Jr. type. No, I'm like, I think I would be able to deal with that because I think I would just sort of accept, like whatever, something happened here in the past, even if there are bad vibes, I think I could handle it.
Well, I think also like a spirit would be like, ooh, and you'd be like, how can I help you? And the spirit would be like, I'm just going to get out of here.
Are you a blowjob ghost?
You have you could also easily empathize with family annihilators.
Yeah, right. Well, when you're talking about drinking battery acid, I was like, what? How does that kill you? Because does that burn your esophagus, or is it like
it was a weird mix. I just read it the other day and I was like, they're not talking about how he drank the acid, but it was a weird concoction with it. I think that included some sort of,
so it was diluted a little bit, so maybe it didn't, because
he was dead within 15 minutes. So one of the
awful way to go though.
One of the components I believe was acid. That's how we were always told. We were always told.
Yeah, because I've heard a lot of times if you try to poison yourself, it won't render you unconscious. You'll just be in horrible pain
and you'll barf it up.
Yeah. But you're barfing up burning, and so you're just it's fucking.
He was
horrible.
dead within 15 minutes of the cops come. Anyways. I think that we should have done a abandoned hospital.
Well, we pitched these things earlier. Why are you pitching them now, saying we should have done them? We could have done this.
I thought we were going to see Shaq. Podcast the Ride, you ruined everything. Eva, have you seen any good? You are a scary movie fan, but
yeah, I just haven't. This year, this year Megan was my favorite.
Megan's a lot of fun.
Megan's great. But I haven't. I've been more going to haunted houses than doing haunted films this year.
Interesting.
Yes, but I still want to see a scary movie or two before the end.
I went to I watched Texas Chainsaw yesterday.
The original?
Yeah.
Oof, wow. Really so good.
I'd seen it before, but I like it quite a bit. And Weiger and I are both working our way through the Freddy's. I've seen all of them, but it's good to revisit.
Yeah, it's mostly better revisit for me. I finished New Nightmare, and then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go back and do all the Jasons, and then they're gonna meet at Freddy versus Jason. Mm-hmm. So I'm gonna do that. So I just watched Freddy the 13th Part 1 last night.
Wow.
Which I'd seen. It'd been a while though.
It's good.
It is good. It's you know what? Honestly, the last time I watched it, I was like, does this kind of suck? And then I watched this, and I was like, no, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I do feel like the Freddy's go good, bad, good, bad, good, bad.
There is a little, it's kind of like the Star Trek movies kind of have that sort of, the evens are better than the odds.
Yeah, because it's crazy that you go from one of the best horror films ever made to 2.
2 is insane. 2 is insane.
And then 3, which is
3 is great.
3
rocks.
Yeah.
I like 4 and 5. 5 I like a lot.
5 is good.
Is that Dream Master?
Yeah.
5 is Dream Child.
Is that Rennie Harlan?
No, that was number 4.
That's 4, which is also
pretty good.
Yeah. 5 has a guy who was in the comedy world who used to be around in the comedy world as a child.
Oh.
Whit Hertford,
the
actor.
Whit?
Yeah. Whit Hertford is the kid.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, and he's good. He's very young, but it's a weird part of the. I feel like we've talked about this on 3 different episodes at this point. Fucking whatever. Get off our backs. There was
who
gives a shit? There was a. The Doughboys already talked about the episode of Part 5 of Freddy.
How can you not talk about Baby Freddy? There's a Baby
Freddy
in the beginning of it.
There's Baby Freddy. And then there's a kid who is the dream child, the manifestation of the dream child, but the dream child is in utero. She's pregnant with the dream child. Mm-hmm. So it's wait, so this is a projection of what this is going to turn into, the 6-year-old kid? It's very confusing.
Yeah.
Wait, then the next one has Roseanne and Tom. You guys have obviously talked about all of this.
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry.
The next one is almost a comedy.
Well, that Freddy's dead.
Freddy's dead.
Freddy's dead is it's so goofy.
Yeah.
He's the Wicked Witch in the beginning.
Yes.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's Breckenmeyer.
Breckenmeyer's in it. Breckenmeyer's a stoner who plays video games and he gets killed in a Freddy video game.
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love Freddy.
Freddy's a blast.
He's a good guy.
He's so great.
Yeah, Freddy's a good guy.
Good guy.
He's a nice person and he made some mistakes. They should not have burned him. They shouldn't have burned him. Maybe he was, the first one leads up to question whether or not they weren't sure he was guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you gotta get to the reboot.
The last 5 years in Hollywood.
Did we go too far with Fred Krueger?
Treating some of the people who make magic for you like Krueger. Interesting.
Okay, so let's talk about horror media for a second. And I include haunted houses, etc. Do you have any I know it's tough to conjure up your favorites on the spot, but do you have any things that have stuck out in your mind, like whether those are books, movies, games, experiences, any sort of like October haunted, scary, spooky shit that you really have enjoyed over the years?
Oh yeah. Well, I just want to say, last night I went to the best haunt in LA.
Whoa.
Reign of Terror. It's
Wow.
in Thousand Oaks. It's in an abandoned mall. And it's 10 haunted houses that you go through in a row without stopping.
That's cool as hell.
Yeah, it's 140 rooms.
That's amazing.
It's really fun. I highly recommend to anyone in LA that just wants to go to and also not like they have to make up all the stories. It's not like Freddy and Jason. It's like original IP.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Wait, is it does it use the stores of the mall, or do they build in like the courtyard area?
Inside the mall.
They're inside the mall.
Yeah,
okay.
there's other parts of the mall that are functional, but there's just like enough abandoned stores that are connected that you walk through like large sections of the mall.
That's fucking cool.
It's really fun, and it's got really, really cool stuff in it, and like the actors are good, and it's so fun. So it was great.
That is, that is a nice side benefit of like living in LA, is that like you'll go to like if you go to like Margaritaville, like the house band there is fucking great because there's all these great musicians who live here, and the same sort of thing. Like, yeah, you'll go to any random sort of thing. You like hire a princess for a birthday party, and like she's a great actor because she's just like a working actor in LA. Yeah,
could be an actual princess. Maybe
it's
Meghan Markle will come into your party. Has anyone ever talked about how Merkel almost sounds like Urkel?
Isn't it Markle?
It's Markle.
I never talked about how Markle kind of sounds like Sparkle.
You think there's a royal princess Merkel?
You've been thinking it was Merkel all these years?
I thought it was Merkel.
Her Highness Merkel.
Prince Harry's not marrying Meghan Merkel. There's no way she becomes a princess.
I thought it was Meghan Merkel.
No, she's not doing
I was like,
that
sounds like Urkel.
Isn't Angela Merkel like a German?
That's what you're thinking of. Mitch, you're of course thinking of the famous
the prime minister.
The German political figure.
Has anyone ever thought how Angela Merkel sounds like Urkel? Here's the thing I miss about I do miss on TV, like, Urkel made me think of this, is like TGIF Halloween and all that stuff. And I do think that now that cable's so like, there's a million channels, I feel like they don't celebrate it on when it was, when you had NBC, CBS, and ABC, you were getting a lot more Halloween celebration. Now I feel like it's like, whatever.
Yeah, there'll be a playlist on your streaming service.
Yeah.
It'll be like, here's some horror movies we got up there. It's a little less curated.
I think that there's not as much like produced wraparound content as there used to be. That's what I like.
That used to be a lot of fun when it would be like, hey, all the ABC sitcoms are all going to have a Halloween episode, and they're all going to air the same week. That's a hoot.
So fun.
Yeah.
I mean, like now there's like a whole channel. It's like our Halloween, and then there's programming, of course, and it's but like the actors you know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I miss that part of it. Also, Eva, you are someone who I saw Delusion, I think, with you the first time. You also didn't you go to one of the ones where they like scream at you and like are like you have to like sign the waiver?
Oh yeah, some immersives you've done.
Yeah, I've done some weird immersives, and I remember I'll tell you about Delusion this year off mic.
Oh, I heard from you went with Jason Wallen.
Yes,
and I heard that. We'll talk about it off.
Yeah, something crazy happened.
That when we went to the first one I went to was the house in like close to down, like kind of near Echo Park Lake, maybe.
Oh yeah, those were great.
Yeah, it was great. It was really well done.
Yeah. Yes. That was fun. Yeah, and then like like scary ones. There was one where like I went to one in Burbank one year where they just like put me on a gurney. They were like, "You stupid bitch," and then just like rolled me around, kind of like a fake hospital set in like a soundstage in Burbank. They were just like, "You're a dumb bitch," and it was so crazy. I like paid $45 for it. They like put me in a wheelchair and they'd be like, "Shut up." And I think they strapped me into it. Yeah, they just called me names. They said I was ugly, and then eventually they kind of just like left me outside.
That's like such a weird like. Also, like you like to spend like whatever $45 to do it, and then you're like, this like just sucks. Makes me feel bad.
Yeah.
Wait, so what? It was supposed to be like a haunted hospital, like Maniac, in sanitarium or whatever.
So yeah, but it was very weird. Yeah, at first I was like in this waiting room where a woman was like, "You have a mole on your face. You're a fucking witch," and I was like, "Okay." And then when I finally got inside, they just like wheeled me around and screamed at me. So that was like one of. I could have quit there, but I did much worse stuff. I got into much weirder stuff. But yeah, but around Halloween, there's always like a couple things that are crazy. There's another show that's actually very fun if you're cool with nudity. There's a show in North Hollywood called Zombie Joe's Urban Death, which is running every night, like a couple times a night. It's like 20 minutes long, and it has like a little haunted maze, and then you watch like a bunch of kind of disturbing images on stage. While there's music, and then you walk back out through the maze. It's fun, and it's in a fun part of North Hollywood, so I recommend that as well.
Wait, what's the nudity?
They're just naked people, on stage.
Like naked zombies?
No, like naked creeps.
Naked weird people.
Yeah, naked weird people.
I feel like you've been to the show not in October.
Man,
that's wild.
But yeah, scary stuff. I like horror films. I was like a big Sam Raimi person. I love Evil Dead. This year
Dragon to Hell, very fun.
Dragon to Hell is good. I like all the classics. This year there's a scary book that came out that I just read. Have you guys? It's scary. It's more gross, but it's very scary. Called Whale Fall. Have you guys heard of Whale Fall?
No.
It's a novel where it's like The Martian, but it's about a guy getting swallowed by a whale.
Wow.
And then he actually has to deal with it realistically. He's like a scuba diver, and he gets sucked down into the stomach of like a sperm whale.
So it's cool. like what if we did like a really gritty like Pinocchio scenario? But it's like, well, what if this actually happened? How might someone survive hypothetically?
Yeah, and it's just like, and that's like minute by minute, like how is this guy going to deal with the fact that he's like inside of a living whale?
And going to be digested, basically? Is that like what? I don't know.
There's a bunch of things that happen, but there's like a lot of, it could dive really deep and like.
Yeah, because then even if he opens his mouth, it's like you get outside, you're going to get the fucking bends.
Yeah, there's like a lot of different issues, but he's like a smart guy, so he's also kind of like the Martian, like running through it. It's the guy that wrote
that's
it's called The Shape of Water, that movie.
Oh yeah, the Guillermo del Toro movie?
It's that guy. The guy who wrote this.
So he's like a big water guy.
He loves water.
If you see Shape of Water, you can tell he likes water.
Yeah, this guy likes water.
He likes sea.
Like a water freak.
Yeah.
But yeah, read Whale Fall if you want to read like a really fucked up book.
Whale Fall.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sounds like a Bond. It sounds like Bond. I mean, Skyfall, I guess is what I'm just thinking.
Yeah.
I want to. It sounds like a Bond.
It does sound like the Bond. Yeah, it sounds like a Bond.
I think it would be fun if it
sounds like a Brendan Fraser movie. I guess. I mean, The Whale is probably what I'm thinking of.
A man who's eaten by Brendan Fraser.
He has to escape before he jacks off.
That's how he escapes.
Whoa!
And the whale is like the perfect nut, and he dies. Wags, I wanted to. I said this at the top before the show started, but I saw Koalik last night. Happy birthday, Koalik.
Happy birthday, Koalik.
I think it is today. I think it's literally his birthday.
I gotta text him.
But I told you this. He had the exact same Luigi costume in his closet.
The one that I'm wearing, yeah.
And I was like, oh, you're going, like, what are you doing? He's like, I'm going as Luigi for Halloween. And then I asked his daughter, I was like, are you going to be Princess Peach? And she's like, no, I'm going to be a ballerina. So Koalik's just dressing up as Luigi.
Yeah, his
dad. For no reason.
He has a daddy-daughter costume, but they don't match. He just chose, elected to be Luigi. He wasn't like, I'll be a king. That's very funny.
I love it.
God bless him.
Yeah, he's a great Luigi. You're not really a Luigi type. We should both be Mario.
You don't think I'm a Luigi type?
No, I don't. I mean, I'm not a Mario type. I'm not the leader.
More of a Gooigi type?
Do either of you guys live in candy neighborhoods?
No.
I mean,
there's too many apartments in my neighborhood. It's like, yeah.
Technically, I'd probably make it a candy neighborhood. Right? But the last on Palmerston, it was definitely more of a candy, and I only did it like a few times because I don't know. I would either be gone on Halloween or like out or something like that. But this one, no. Now, I think it could be a candy, but my place it's weird. I don't think that people will come, which is kind of sad. I think it's fun. I like handing out.
Yeah, but when you're in like a thing, you're in like a set of, there's a bunch of units, then it's not necessarily someone's going to go to all the individual units. It's more like a suburban thing of like going from.
I would have to put out a sign that says like trick or treaters come this way, which seems like a trap.
Yeah,
and I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to do that. So
let's talk a little bit about pizza because that's what we're going to get into. So I do want a baseline of your pizza preferences.
Oh, I like pizza. I do like, if I'm going to order pizza, I like a New York style pizza. And if I'm making pizza, I usually make a grandmother pizza with focaccia bread as a crust.
That's good.
Wow.
Focaccia crust. I haven't actually done very effective, like, normal pizzas at home. Anyway.
Talk to the Spoon Man.
But I do, like, I order a lot of Prime pizza.
Oh, yeah.
Do you guys have Prime?
Chain.
Yeah, it's
Prime
good.
Is good.
Kind of a newer chain. And but I enjoy a pizza every once in a while. What about you guys?
I will answer, but I'm curious. Like, what are your preferred toppings?
I actually, if I'm ordering just for me, see, I sometimes ordering for like teenagers, and then you got to get pepperoni and stuff.
Right.
But if it's just me, I'm getting a white pizza.
Wow, I do love a white pizza.
It's beautiful.
Yeah,
it's my favorite.
Wags is ordering for teenagers sometimes too. The Megan doll. Didn't you jumped? If you searched your eBay search history, you were looking for the original Megan doll at one point, right?
I think it's got to be somewhere. Yeah, I do like a white pizza. I think I've become more of a just like a straight like cheese pizza guy. Like, I do really like a cheese pizza, but honestly, like I think pizza is a great vegetable delivery mechanism. I love just like a veggie pizza. I love just like we'll get like spinach and onions and like jalapenos or something, just some combo of a bunch of different veggies, and you have that with cheese and some sauce, and that's delightful.
That's great.
Yeah.
If you check your eBay, what the fuck am I talking about?
Check his
We
eBay.
got it, like eBay history.
Yeah,
We got it, Mitch. It's
oh
fine.
yeah, check his eBay. I got it.
You don't have to second guess your quip. It was
Check
fine.
your eBay.
No, it was fine.
I'm a cheese guy. I've always been a cheese pizza. I think cheese pizza is the best. Well, funny today. Maybe the non-cheese pizza was the better.
But in the abstract, it's kind of like cheese is a great pizza.
Look, I've said it all month long since I've tried it. The best pizza in LA is now the Headgum employees just looked at me and laughing. just laughing as they walked by.
You just shook her head like, what the fuck is happening?
The only time any of the Headgum hunks have laughed at the Doughboys is seeing us in dumb costumes. Look at these fucking idiots.
Look, she didn't pay attention. I think she made the point to be like, I'm not going to look back in that window. I've said it since the start of this month. Quarter Sheets, best pizza in LA.
Where is that?
It's near the Love gas station.
Okay.
That's I don't know if that's helpful.
What's he talking about?
I know what you're talking about from the show Love.
Oh, okay, from the show Love. Sorry.
It is confusing.
I thought you were talking about like a secret gas station with a friend.
I know I can picture the gas station, but I don't know where it is geographically exactly.
It's near like the shortstop, and then what's the little place?
Echo Park kind of.
Yeah, and then there's that bar right on the corner that I forget the name of it.
We don't need to get too into the hyper-specific geography.
Well, we should try to get people to go there.
Yeah, people. Hey, I love for people to try
Little Joy.
Little Joy. Thank you, Casey. It's right. It's on the corner of Little Joy, which they've redone.
That's where a girl tried to fight me once.
Really?
Yeah, she said I'd stolen her money from video poker, which I had not. But she
wow.
thought I had, and she tried to take a swing. I was like, "Oh no, I'm living my life. I'm in it now."
Was this part of an immersive?
I could have been.
You're a
stupid bitch. God, I don't remember what. It was also like because that was an immersive. It was called like, the depths or something. Like I had some name, and then they didn't tell you like the immersive when they just call you a bitch.
I feel like they would have made Wags and I cry at that thing. They're like, all right, just shut it down. I mean, also, it seems like they very well could just be idiots that put this together.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
Well,
possible.
that's what I've heard about a lot of escape rooms, is they are just people who bought like an escape room kit, but they're like poorly put together and just kind of shitty, or the puzzle doesn't make sense. They're just like, fucking whatever.
Wait, have you been reading Yelp reviews of
I've read some Yelp reviews of some escape rooms.
They're negative.
Okay.
No, you have to like do quality control for escape rooms because there's a lot of really good ones that are like really well designed, but there's also a lot of just kind of random ones.
Yeah, people are just like trying to cash in on the trend.
Yeah.
Mitch, you like a cheese pizza? Any other favorite pizza varietals?
I mean, for me, what you know this like when I get pepperoni and onion, and
that is a great combo
at Regina.
Mm.
I'm now like a straight up pepperoni pizza. I don't even like as much. I like pepperoni and some sort of veggie, like onion, or peppers. Now but cheese pizza to me is the number one. If I get Domino's, I do pepperoni and green pepper on one half, and then sausage and onion on the other half.
That's a lot of fun.
That's my mix. But mostly cheese. If I'm getting Quarter Sheets just has like all sorts of different pizzas, and they have a great version of a cheese pizza. But Prime Pizza, I'll do like a cheese, and if there's people there, I'll get like a pepperoni or something. I guess but like pepperoni is, I don't know, that's boring too. It's not that much cooler when people who make fun of cheese pizza for being boring. Pepperoni pizza isn't that.
You're not that much cooler for choosing pepperoni pizza. It's not that much cooler. Stop thinking you're cool because you're eating pepperoni pizza.
What the fuck?
I'm sitting there. You sitting there with your slice of pepperoni, judging someone with a slice of cheese. You're the same thing.
What would they think about that back in the old country?
It'd be like Mamma Mia. That's what they'd say. They'd say Mamma Mia.
They'd say Mamma Mia. Think about the old country next time you act that way.
Think about the old country next time you want to talk down to someone with a slice of cheese and a slice of pepperoni.
So Italian that you put on the mustaches.
All right, we got to talk about Lucifers Pizza. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more Doughboys here on Shockdoughbooerdeath 2023.
Yeah.
Lucifer.
This episode is sponsored by BetterHelp. You know, often in my life, I thought I knew what was good for me, but my brain was getting in the way. You know, trying to fall asleep at night and racing thoughts are keeping me awake. Sometimes you feel like your brain is getting in its own way. Like you know what you should do, what's good for you, you just can't do it. Well, therapy helps you figure out what's holding you back so you can work for yourself instead of against yourself. Me, I benefited from therapy, and a lot of people I love have as well. Helpful for learning positive coping skills and empowers you to be the best version of yourself. If you're thinking of starting therapy, give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. Just fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist and switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. Find more balance with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/Doughboys today to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/Doughboys. When my digestion didn't feel its best, I felt sluggish and my immune system was unsupported. If you're a longtime listener, you might know that Mitch has been drinking AG1 for a few years. And when you start drinking AG1 daily, you can feel a real difference in your daily health. That's because AG1 is a foundational nutrition supplement that supports your body's universal needs like gut optimization, stress management, and immune support. AG1 has led the future of foundational nutrition since 2010 by continuously refining their formula to create a smarter, better way to elevate your baseline health. Not only can AG1 replace your multivitamin, but every scoop also includes prebiotics, probiotics, and digestive enzymes for gut support, magnesium and B vitamins for energy support, adaptogens for balance the body's stress levels, and vitamin C and zinc to help support immune health. AG1 is the supplement I trust to provide the support my body needs daily, and that's why they've been a partner for so long. If you want to take ownership of your health, it starts with AG1. Try AG1 and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D3, K2, and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase. Go to drinkag1.com/Doughboys. That's drinkag1.com/Doughboys. Check it out.
Welcome back to Doughboys. This week's chain, Lucifers Pizza. Lucifers was founded in 2008 in the Los Feliz neighborhood by Adam Borich here in Los Angeles. Their core gimmick is their spicy pizza sauce, which comes at 4 different heat levels, which we'll talk about. There are 5 locations in the greater LA area. And I'll read this quote from the website. "We believe high fructose corn syrup to be evil, our only opinion, but as so, we have a strict policy of no HFCS in our products." They seem to be, for the most part, trying to locally source ingredients and making stuff in-house.
That's great.
It's pretty quality stuff.
I want to say something.
Yeah.
I remove one glove, and I'm Mario Jackson.
That's also very like late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That is the kind of thing that would,
Oh, Toad, come here, Toad.
You know, he
He loves Toad.
Toad, come here. Oh, Toad, you're so beautiful.
This is all one big Simpsons t-shirt.
the bottom it says like Mandela's the man, dude.
Operation Desert Storm.
Yeah, it's a Go For shirt. All right.
Princess Peach and Mario, and Princess Peach is like, they said it wouldn't last. Was that what happened at I'm trying to think of the MTV Movie Awards.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right.
We do have sex. That was like,
Yeah.
that was Presley.
Lisa Marie Presley.
When they kiss.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh.
Weird era. The Michael Jackson
Haunting.
did some composition, uncredited composition. This is a whole thing that you can watch fucking YouTube videos about for Sonic the Hedgehog 3.
Yeah.
What?
And like the music he has in it is really rad. It's really good. But it's like some of it is like variations of like it got the melodies kind of got reappropriated for like Stranger in Moscow and stuff, but it's like a chiptune version of it.
Weird.
Yeah, it's great.
Sonic says like, Chimon. What does he say there? Does he say Chimon? Chamoy? Chamoy is a sauce. What does he say?
Come on.
Shaman.
Shaman. I mean,
It's a made up word?
It is like a made up word,
Okay.
but I think it's like it's supposed to be like come on.
Come
Like
on.
shaman.
Hamon.
Okay.
He's talking about Hamon.
In the Weird Al spoof, he says ham on whole wheat or rye. So he's like saying ham on.
Ah, that's funny.
That's fun.
It's kind of like a shaman, I think. So
Another big part of the Thriller video. As a boy, that was one of my first big Halloween, they'd start airing the Thriller video on MTV.
Yeah, love that Thriller video.
Good video.
So where was I going with this? We were talking about something. Oh, we're talking about Lucifers Pizza.
Oh, yeah.
So the topic of the episode.
No high fructose corn syrup.
No high fructose corn
That's
syrup.
good. Sometimes that stuff's too sweet.
I concur. I'm not a big HFCS fan, and I like that policy. So we had it today before we recorded, but Mitch and I also, all of us have had this place in the past. I think if you just like live in LA for long enough, it just Lucifer's Pizza ends up being the pizza that's at a work function or at a party or whatever. We've all had it over the years. I've had it a number of times.
I think I was like the first time I heard it. I think I was a little pearl clutchy. I was like,
Sure.
Lucifers. They're gonna name the place after the
Prince
devil
of
king
Darkness?
himself.
Yeah.
I mean, you said this month that you're getting a little less scared of Satan.
You have said that.
But were you really scared of Satan like 10 years ago? And has it been...
I think 10 years ago I was it was not the peak, but it was way up there as far as afraid of Satan.
Really?
Yeah, I was still afraid of him quite a bit 10 years ago. Now it's kind of fallen off. And then I'll be honest, the Lucifer's Pizza cover, he's kind of handsome.
It's a hunky devil.
You were saying he looks like the Squirrel Nut Zippers version of
the devil? Yeah.
He's a hunk. He's not that scary.
He's kind of like the devil of like, oh, things are a little hotter down here. You know, he's like kind of like the little bit of the cartoon devil, you know?
Yeah.
He's got a little pencil thin mustache.
Right.
Yeah, he would make some people horny for sure, but
For sure.
Some people.
almost all people.
Yeah.
But I've been a little less afraid of it. I still would never name my place Lucifer's. I think I would be too afraid.
Would you name your child Lucifer?
No way on earth. I wouldn't even name my child Damien. That's too scary to me.
Would you name your child Lucy?
Probably too close, honestly. I think that's too close.
Wow.
Okay.
So the
Too close.
Lucifer's Pizza, I picked it. I went to the Melrose location. There's a bunch of them. You know, there's like a half dozen in LA. I think five actually currently. Like I said, and I got that, and I had that last week, and then we had it again today. It had been a while since I've had it, but I had some experiences with it over the years, and I would say honestly, probably what we had today just before recording was like better than what I got last week. But Mitch, I'm curious about your experience because you also got it outside of the meal we had today.
I got it yesterday. I was saying to you before that I was laughing in my head because I was thinking of Michael Jackson being like, "Oh no, don't hit me, Goomba, and I'll be small like the children." Like he's trying to shrink.
Yeah, he doesn't want to
down.
get shrunk. Yeah. Oh no, it's a Koopa Troopa. Oh no, I'll be small like the children. Yeah, that's good.
I guess Mario doesn't turn into a child, but you get what I'm saying. It was
He gets
small. Oh no, I'm child
yeah.
size. Oh no.
Yeah.
I got it yesterday, and I was really thinking about what I think about this place because it is such like a, hey, we're going to have people over and watch scary movies and we're going to get Lucifers Pizza.
Sure.
Or even, I mean, it doesn't even, like I've had this in the summertime or whatever. I think it's like a step above. We're going to order, instead of ordering all Domino's, which is a good thing.
I like Domino's.
Bad, but like, hey, we're going to get Lucifer's Pizza. And you get a bunch of Lucifer's Pizza.
Yeah, I've had that happen like at the office or whatever. Yeah, we're ordering Lucifers for the team.
But it's never also made me that much more excited than like a Domino's or something. Like a little bit, maybe. I don't know.
I would say it's a quality local chain.
Sure, yeah. Yesterday I was like, I've never been excited about this, and then I got 3 personal pizzas. I ordered 3, and I just to try different stuff.
Well, yeah,
and I was eating it, and I was like, this is good.
No,
it's quality. It is. It's good.
That's the other bit of context that I had to like as I was at these 2 experiences. I was like, you know what? It's mostly been someone else has gotten it. Mm-hmm. So it's like, here's a thing that maybe was sitting in someone's car for a while, or it's whatever. I feel like it never got it in its ideal state, and these were closer to that experience, the way it's supposed to be presented, and also having some authority over what the toppings are and what have you. I picked up from the Melrose location, and let me say this. Mitch mentioned the Horny Devil. There is just kind of a little bit of a layer of sleaze to this place. In addition to like kind of like the sacrilege, there's also kind of like hey, it's Hollywood, baby. And this is an example of that. Inside the restaurant, there's a huge wall-sized lit sign that reads, "Providing oral pleasure."
Ugh.
That's, you know what though? If you were in the devil's house, would you flinch at something like that?
You wouldn't. No, it's in character for Lucifer.
Yeah,
but it is like a little like it's one of those things where that and the other thing I'll mention, which is one of the pizzas we got today, is called the Ring Burner. It just kind of there's just kind of that sort of stuff where it's just like,
how do you think they're going to react to that back in the old country?
So they're going to be incensed in the old country. They're going to be saying "Mamma Mia."
It's like
they're gonna say Mamma Mia.
It is like I listened to your guys' episode of Guys where you talked about hot sauce guys.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Great podcast. But the amount you don't want to think about your butt.
You don't
while you're eating.
And I also don't want to think about
my butthole
like
as a ring either. The ring
yeah.
And I'm nervous about my ring now. I don't know if it will burn. I don't want to think that it might burn.
Well, that's a whole other thing, which we'll get to. But I feel like
oh no,
I'm just. Well, we'll talk about it. I'm going to speed through my experience. First off, there are only 2 pizza sizes there. There's personal, which Mitch got, and the XL, which I got. And you pick your sauce spice intensity. The 2 that I got one of their signatures. One of them is the Greek lamb rosemary pizza, and I got that with blazing sauce. Their hottest, most intense sauce because I'm a bit of a heat seeker.
I was hoping somebody got the lamb pizza. I can't wait to hear about it.
I thought this was delightful. It's lamb, caramelized onions, feta, Kalamata olives, rosemary, garlic, chopped parsley, and mozzarella. Not to, like the right ratio of rosemary, good and garlicky. And I thought the lamb was well cooked. I don't know. This was like an interesting sort of, it almost felt like it was from like a different concept in the sense of like, I know this whole place's thing is like, hey, we have like these recipes that we decided to, family recipes we decided to turn into pizzas. But like the marketing of it is kind of like, hey, we're kind of the edgelord pizza. You know what I mean? So to have like a dish that's has a little bit more thought behind it. I don't know. It feels a little asynchronous. Versus the tone of the spot.
Wait, can I
ask?
This
pizza was delightful. Yeah.
Is the lamb ground lamb or was it like braised hunks of lamb?
No, it's like hunks of lamb. It's like off of it. I don't know if it's off a spit or not. Yeah, usually you had like ground pieces.
Yeah.
Okay, you
now
also
I
got
refer
lamb?
to my thing.
I too got the Greek lamb and rosemary pie, the 10-inch.
Now I think my memory's failing me. Let me look at my
man after my own heart.
These are the Kalamata olives.
That looks beautiful.
It was surprisingly good. I was gonna get a cheese pizza, which then Wags we got it today, and then we got a cheese pizza, and we'll get to that in a second. But
I guess they were more kind of like. But they were still kind of like formed into pieces. Like I guess it was more sort of like I'm looking at my photo of it here.
We also maybe got different.
There's a little like kind of a meat nug kind of
meatballs, maybe made with ground lamb. A little bit.
Yeah.
Meats like lamb sausage almost.
Yes.
That looks really good for both you guys.
No, that one was tasty, and then the other one we got was the quattro formaggi, which is not the traditional cheese. This one has, as you might assume, 4 cheeses, and This one also a lot of garlic on it, which was great. I thought this one was another just like solid. It was honestly, even though it had the sauce on it, and we just got the medium intensity sauce for this one, it was kind of akin to a white pizza just because it was just so cheesy.
I wonder if Dracula would be pissed off. He's like, I come to Lucifer's Pizza. There's garlic all over the pizza.
You are my friend, Lucifer. You put garlic everywhere. I can't have this.
They're friends?
We're friends.
Well, Weiger seems like he's being impersonating an Armenian person.
Who are also friends.
Was that personal size or did you did the large?
We did XLs for both of them because I was like, I want to get like the proper pizza, because that's always the thing about the ratio. You get the personal pizza and the ratio's off. But that one was another winner. These are both like solid. They were like good pizzas. A tossed salad, which had the description says spring mix. So this is just coming out of a bag. Spring mix, tomato, red onion, cucumber, and balsamic dressing. I arrived and the pizzas were ready and she's like, let me make your salad. And like, she went back and did it in like 15 seconds. So I think it was just assembling, some spring mix and some pre-sliced, pizza toppings, which is fine. The balsamic was whatever. The main thing I'll say is, and we got some ranch dipping sauces and some marinara dipping sauce. The marinara, I think, was just like the no heat intensity, which was kind of a little bit of a disappointment. Here's one thing I do want to say about this whole thing is like, it's fucking expensive. Like I was kind of like really shocked how much we spent on 2 pizzas and a salad for 2 people.
That was one of my notes. It's expensive.
And we ate almost all of it. It wasn't like, oh, we had a feast. It was like, oh, okay, these XL pizzas are kind of like, for 2 people, we had like a few leftover slices, but
mine came out to $71 and I got 3 small ones and if I'm being honest, I could have eaten 1.5 of those pizzas on my own and been fine.
Yeah.
The personal ones are 10 inches. They're not even, like, I feel like a personal pizza shouldn't be 12 inches. Isn't that a normal personal? I don't know. Whatever.
It's like a little pizza from a movie theater.
Yeah. 10 seems small too. Well, my whole thought when I first got it is I got the baked wings as well, Wags, which we got some today. The flame baked chicken wings.
That's right.
My spice level was medium on those. Maybe should have gone hotter because we'll talk about those wings in a second. But and I got extra ranch so I could have 2 ranches. No ranches arrived.
Ugh.
So I was like, there's no ranches. This sucks. And the wings we're gonna talk about there's not a ton going on with them. So it was a bummer. There was no ranch, and then and I was like, and I got like personal pizzas. This is gonna suck. But then when I flicked open the box for that lamb pizza, it looked good as hell, and it tasted good as hell. And then the same for the other 2. I got a buffalo chicken pizza, and I got that medium spice.
Yeah.
And I got a ring burner, which we'll talk about again, and I got that fiery spice. The Greek and rosemary one, I did no spice, 0 spice. But all 3 of them they were good. They tasted good. They were well made.
Yeah.
Nice toppings, nice ingredients. They were good.
Let's talk about today's experience. So we got the ring burner. Now you didn't specify a sauce intensity, so I just asked for the hottest because I figured like that's the whole point of this thing.
Yeah.
So we got the blazing sauce on the ring burner. This is their spicy pizza, which has like pepperoni, which I didn't eat, but it has a bunch of different peppers on it, a bunch of different spicy components. I'll get a full inventory in a second here. And then we also got just like a straight cheese, just a baseline cheese, which we got with the no spice intensity level. Also got some baked wings. We got a cannoli, and then we got a Greek salad. Eva, let's start with your thoughts.
I really was interested. I remembered the ring burner from when they first opened.
Yeah.
Because I would walk past the place near my house, the original Lucifers location. I would see the ring burner, and I would just be like disgusted.
Yeah, it's fucking nasty.
It's like, why would you do that? What are you doing? Don't do this.
Here's what it is. It's pepperoni, jalapenos, black pepper, bell pepper, chili flakes, and mozzarella. So it's the jalapenos.
Not even that much of a ring burner.
Yes.
That reminds me of the sketch from when we worked on Comedy Bang Bang together.
Oh yeah.
Where Scott would eat some wings and they had pepper on them and he was so upset because it was spicy.
Yes,
like
yeah.
The idea of including black pepper and like your ring burner and being like, see, it's got black pepper. I'm not as much of a heat seeker as you or Natalie. But I do like spicy food every once in a while. I thought it was really good. I thought it was delicious. And I was like, it was a little zippy, like a little challenging with that extra hot sauce. But I thought the whole as a slice of pizza, I had a whole journey eating it, and I really enjoyed myself. The wings, nothing to write home about. There's nothing going on with those wings. They're boring.
They're baked.
The wings are boring.
They seem unseasoned. They certainly are unsauced, and they have.
They're just not buffalo. They're just like a spicy rub on them that isn't.
But it's very subtle, and maybe they're throwing some Old Bay on that or something like that, and some ranch dipping sauce.
I do want to say, and I didn't have ranch, and it was just like these are plain. I use like a weird ranch I had in my fridge, a bacon ranch or something. That's not good. It doesn't work. But I think that for baked wings, like the texture is good. I've had baked wings that are like very gristly and not good, and I think that they're cooked well. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Do you agree or no?
Do you think baked wings is like what McCartney and crew call it when they blaze up backstage?
The 80-year-old man.
You could also do the sitcom. You could do
That's right.
Thomas Hayden Church.
Yeah.
When Thomas Hayden Church and Paul McCartney get lit.
And Steven Weber.
Yeah.
They're all together. Tim Daly.
Should I text Thomas Hayden Church and be like, what do you think of baked wings? Should I ask him?
Like about the concept, like just that with no other context?
See what he says.
Did you guys ever smoke weed and call it baked wings? They'll be like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I think the wings
Told
are
you
just
not to call or text me ever again.
I think the wings are included out of a sense of obligation of like, we're a pizza place. Pizza places are supposed to have wings. Fine, we'll fucking throw some wings in a pizza oven. But they don't seem to have much thought put into them.
No.
The salads, I think I feel similarly. Like I feel like the Greek salad was fine, but it was also just like a bunch of spinach with some Kalamata olives and some feta, and then a handful of like sun-dried tomatoes on top.
When it's a Greek salad that it was all spinach, which I was like, and then also when it's just not a Greek salad. When it's also like a vinaigrette, I'm like, that's not. You need to have like some sort of Greek dressing on this.
Yeah.
It all felt like beyond the pizza. I felt like felt like you were like having dinner at your friend's house.
Yeah. So the
that's a pretty good explanation. That's basically spot on. That is it. The pizza is tasty.
But the pizza is good, and this is a pizza place. Here is my issue. The place is Lucifers Pizza. They are leaning into how spicy everything is. And this is a point that was already made about the ring burner pizza. We got the fucking blazing sauce on the ring burner. Not only I got the blazing sauce on the Greek lamb rosemary pizza, and we're both like, this tastes like nothing. There is no real heat to this.
It's funny because I got the one level down for my ring burner yesterday, and it was like, whew, this is kind of spicy. But I'm like, it seems kind of like it's on a whim, maybe.
It's pretty mild. I mean, I feel like it's like some pizza with hot sauce on it. It's kind of that level of intensity. I dashed some fucking crystal onto my slice. And it's like, for a place that's like, this is a fucking spicy pizza. This is our thing that we do. This is hell level. This is hell level. And especially
Natalie told me that she like went in and saw you looking in the mirror at your ring, and you're like, my ring's ice cold.
She told you that?
Yeah. The mirror. Did it have like ice?
Blue and icy, yes. Ice are forming around it.
Like crystallized shards.
I like especially because it has like pizza by its nature has a bunch of cheese on it, and dairy is going to cut down the heat intensity of anything. Like I really was hoping for at least one fucking pie there that was just like, oh, this is a little bit of a challenge. Oh, this has some real heat to it. Because like I'm not saying I have to have fucking Howlin' Rays. This has to be the Howlin' Rays of pizza. But if this is your whole gimmick, I don't know. I kind of want something with a little bit of actual intensity.
Here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's very fair.
But the pizza is fine.
Yeah, I think the pizza is decent.
Yeah.
I the pizza is better than I thought it would be. So I don't know. It does just feel like the extra stuff feels kind of like just like something you're eating at a friend's house. It just feels completely extra. The desserts were good. We got a cannoli today.
Desserts, because the cannoli was the only one I tried.
The cannoli, and then I had the tiramisu yesterday.
How was
and
that?
Both were good. And I don't know if they make those in-house or if they grab them from somewhere else, but they were both decent. But if I were to go, like, that's the thing is like you feel like you need wings, but they're not even buffalo wings.
No.
They're baked wings. I think that
well, and also this place is fucking the spicy place. Shouldn't they have a fucking hot wing? Shouldn't they have a super spicy wing?
Yes.
Yeah.
That feels like a no-brainer.
You could call it a puss lighter.
Try the puss lighter. Get those puss lighter wings. Fucking sear your snatch off. Yeah, that's they should have
the pee is hot too.
Wait, what?
The pee comes out hot.
Yeah.
I like that was for me, so I'm like, yeah, I get in on it too.
Yeah, they should have some spicy wings.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, okay, well, look, let's...
My piss was ice cold after I ate my meal. Unfortunate, Wags. We need hot piss. We need a burnt ring. You're not giving it to us.
I want to see a fucking bubbling witch's cauldron in my toilet afterwards. I don't want to be looking at some fucking, like, a Gatorade jug at the sidelines of a basketball game. Make it hot.
You piss cubes.
Pissing out cubes.
We should write this into Yelp. Be like, sir, I pissed cubes last night.
Your pizza's so not spicy. I was pissing cubes. I agree that it should be the option. There should be an option that's like, hey, you like Lucifer level.
Yes,
give us Lucifer.
There
level.
you go, Mitch. That's the pitch. There, you fixed it. The Lucifer level, something that's gonna knock my fucking socks off, even if I'm someone who's craving spicy stuff.
Or here's something fun too. You want to make your level 9th. You want to make your order 9th level, and then you can just order the 9th level of hell.
That's good too.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, that's where Judas goes. Judas and Brutus.
Oh my God.
They're in the central circle because they're the betrayers.
Yeah, isn't there a third? There's like 3 traitors, or is it just those 2?
Is there a third one?
I think the mouth of Satan eternally weeping is gnawing on the 3 traitors. And those 2 of them, I can't remember what the third one is. Or maybe it's just 2.
But he's just eating their heads.
Yeah.
Right, Ray Allen after he left the Celtics.
To join the Miami Heat.
I know.
Wow.
Traitor bullshit.
He wanted to go to hell.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to find out who that third traitor is. We'll be right back with more Doughboys.
Wow.
You know, cold turkey may be great on sandwiches, but there's a better way to break your bad habits, and we're not talking about some weird mind voodoo from your crazy neighbor. We're talking about our sponsor, Fume, and they look at the problem in a different way. Not everything in a bad habit is wrong, so instead of a drastic, uncomfortable change, why not just remove the bad from your habit? Fume is an innovative, award-winning flavored air device that does just that. Instead of vapor, Fume uses flavored air. Instead of electronics, Fume is completely natural. And instead of harmful chemicals, Fume uses delicious flavors. You get it. Instead of bad, Fume is good. It's a habit you're free to enjoy and makes replacing your bad habit easy. Your Fume comes with an adjustable airflow dial that is designed with movable parts and magnets for fidgeting, giving your fingers a lot to do, which is helpful for de-stressing and anxiety while breaking your habit. Hey, you know, me, personally, I wasn't sure what to expect, but it's surprising how well-weighted it is, perfectly balanced and easy to fidget with. And the look is real pretty. You can tell that is real wood. Stopping is something we all put off because it's hard, but switching to Fume is easy, enjoyable, and even fun. Fume has served over 150,000 customers and has thousands of success stories, and there's no reason that can't be you. Join Fume in accelerating humanity's breakup from destructive habits by picking up the Journey Pack today. Head to tryfume.com and use code Doughboys to save 10% off when you get your Journey Pack today. That's tryfum.com and use code Doughboys to save an additional 10% off your order today.
All right, welcome back to Doughboys as Shockdoughbooerdeath continues with Lucifers Pizza. It's time for our pitchfork score. So, Eva, here's what we're going to do. We're going to each go around, give our closing argument on this chain, and give it a score from 0 to 5 pitchforks because it is the spookiest of months.
I would give it maybe 3.5 for the pizza, but I'm taking off a half for the sides. even though it is a pizza place. And for the ring burner just not being spicy enough, you sold me on that. I thought it was tasty, though. So, yeah, I'm giving it 3 flaming pitchforks.
Wow. Good score.
That's a good score. I wanted to say, this mustache is so big, and there's like sticky stuff that goes beyond your lip. Like, I just don't understand where yours fits your face.
Yeah, mine's kind of
I
like
have a small lip area. Now I have a.
I guess I always thought of Mario and Luigi's mustaches as being roughly equivalent, but they also have like different proportions faces. So maybe like to make it feel like Luigi, it should be a little tauter. I don't know. I don't know.
It's also gonna like rip my mustache off for real when I take it off.
Your actual mustache.
My actual mustache.
You could use some oil, like a little Vaseline or a little linseed oil or something under there, and then it'll be easier to take off.
I think I'll just have Wagger rip it off at the end. We also both should, like, in the Mario fashion, we should talk until one of us, like, says something unfunny, and then the other one takes over. Which would...
the old school, like, 1 player, 2 player take turns way. Yeah, way of going, yeah.
Except if we would just be constantly going
back and forth every other word.
I got to also give a shout out, Eva, to you. When you had the Bart helmet, the Bart mask on, you were doing very good. Like, you looked like what someone on the Hollywood Boulevard would be doing.
Good
mascot, like arm and gesture work.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm auditioning. I strike's over, but
auditioning for Bart?
I might need another job. And I have a Bart head now, so if you see me on Hollywood Boulevard, like, take a picture.
Bart is motion capture. I don't know if people know that about The Simpsons, but Bart has forever been motion captured.
If you wore that to Hollywood Boulevard, they'd kick you off for your costume being too nice in comparison to theirs. Spider-Man, get the fuck out of here.
Wags, also, you said Ray Allen went to the Heat. I didn't get that. That's like the devil. He went down to the devil. When I was like, he's a traitor, Ray Allen, and you said he went to the Heat.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, it's hot down in
Miami
hell.
Heat. Well, Eva mentioned that too.
Oh, well, sorry.
It's fine.
And then, did we figure out who the final traitor was?
It's not. It's pretty anticlimactic.
Who is it?
I said Trader Joe, which was fun.
You did say Trader Joe, and you sold it better during the break.
Trader Joe?
Yeah, there you go. That's
all
good.
Right,
Emma, if you want to use that one, use Midge's second read.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, so the third traitor is just another person who betrayed Julius Caesar. It's just Cassius. So it's Cassius and Brutus.
And Brutus and Judas?
And Judas, yeah.
Judas and Brutus sound like a fun duo.
It could just be those two. You don't need a third.
Yeah, you
guy.
don't need a third.
Get Cassius.
You got Pachka, Satan.
Yeah.
There you go.
Et tu, Brute, and Cassius.
Cassius, you too. If you're Cassius, when you're like, what the fuck? I'm like with these two guys?
Yeah.
Doesn't seem fair.
Did I tell you guys the thing about when I saw Jesus Christ Superstar? I feel like I might have said this on the Doughboys. That every year I've been going to see Jesus Christ Superstar with Mookie.
Okay.
And there's this one touring Judas who's really good. And this last year he wasn't in the production. And we looked it up. And it's because he did January 6th.
Wow. An American Judas.
And it's on the Wikipedia page for the musical Jesus Christ Superstar.
Wow.
That's really funny.
Yeah. We're just like, oh, what happened to that guy? Oh, no. And the way he got caught is that he was wearing a mask when he stormed the Capitol, but he also was wearing a custom Michael Jackson jacket.
Wow.
So everyone was like, only one person has that jacket. And they probably rants in the tour bus for Jesus Christ Superstar about being like a oath keeper.
That's so funny.
Anyway.
The Doughboys, will never, you can always come and tour with us if you've done January 6th. We don't care about it. I'm now like licking the sticky part of the mustache. It seems not good. Anyway, I think that I'm like, Lucifers is whatever. No, Lucifer himself is scary.
Sure.
He still does scare me a little bit. The restaurant, I was always kind of like, whatever, but it is a fun, like, especially at Halloween. Hey, we're getting Lucifer's Pizza and we're watching scary movies. That's fun.
Sure.
There is also, I think, a much smaller chain, but Slasher Pizza Wags, which I
That's right.
brought up.
Which I have not had.
Which has like more like themed, like I feel like Jason and Freddy type pizzas. And that place, I think, maybe is a better pizza than Lucifer's. Lucifer's is a bigger chain.
Yeah.
And I don't dislike Lucifers. I think Lucifers is good. I think it is a nice option for a pizza that's not Domino's, but also isn't like, high-end pizza.
Right, yes.
But it is really expensive. But I do think if you got if you're in and you want a personal pizza, they got a great buffalo chicken pizza, which makes you confused that they can't do buffalo wings better. They got a great lamb pizza. They got great, if it's a few people each ordering their own pizza, I think you're going to have a good time with it. The sides are nothing to write home about, but their sides also aren't bad. I think I'm going to go a little higher. I'm going to do, 3.75 flaming pitchforks.
Wow.
It's right outside.
That's a good score.
I think it's good. I was surprised that, and today when I had it again, I was like, this is good. If people brought this pizza to a party, I would be happy. If I got some of the small pizzas at a party, I'd be happy. The wings are not, I wouldn't be thrilled about the wings. And the salad seems like a salad your friend made. But overall, the pizza and what they're trying to do, I wish that they had a higher level of heat. But it still falls under they make a spicy pizza and they do a good enough job. 3.75 flaming pitchforks.
Kind of did an Italian guy voice there with it. They make a spicy pizza.
They make a spicy pizza. They do a good job.
I think we're going to be ballpark buds here. I mean, I like Lucifers Pizza. And so the score I'm going to give it is a good score. I think this place deserves a good score. I think it's maybe just understand what the threshold for good is on this podcast, which is where I'm going to land here. I think this place is executes quality pizza. I think it's maybe a little bit too pricey for what it is. Maybe a lot of the branding is a little too edgelord. It doesn't deliver on the spiciness promised by the premise. And it's really just pizza is the only thing to get from this spot, but that's okay. It's also a pizza place, so that's what they're trying to do. So that doesn't necessarily count as a big strike against it, but it's not a huge thing in its favor either. So I think Lucifers Pizza lands right at 3 flaming pitchforks. I think this is a 3-fork chain. I think this is a solid option if you're in the area, but if I'm visiting LA, if you're from out of town, I'm saying hey, what are some spots I should hit up? I'm not necessarily going to note Lucifers Pizza. Mm-hmm. I think this is a fine option if you want to get it for lunch or you want to get for pizza some night. I'm glad that it exists and I hope it does well. And I've enjoyed my pizzas from there, including these 2 visits. But I also feel like this isn't a place that knocks anyone's socks off, both in terms of quality or heat intensity. Mm-hmm. So 3 forks. I think that's where it lands. 3 pitchforks.
Yeah.
That's a good score.
That's a good score.
It's a good score.
It's a good score.
It's honorable.
It's an honorable score. But it's not honorable. The hauntifying tale of the cursed maiden. That's right. It's time for a segment, and I hope you're hungry because we are having Intest-dinner.
Yes.
What the hell?
Yay!
Intestine, but dinner. Intest-dinner.
Yeah.
Easier to write, see on the page than to say aloud. Intest-dinner. I hope you're hungry because it's time for Intest-dinner.
Ooh.
Use that one, Emma. You can use that last read.
Yeah, sure.
Do you think Mario and Luigi, we said that Italians love Trump.
Yeah.
Do you think Mario and Luigi would be at January 6th?
I don't think Luigi would. He's too much of a coward. He'd be at home crying. Even if he
The building's old,
politics,
it could be haunted.
Wario.
Wario would be there.
Mario would definitely be there on a big motorcycle bike.
Yeah, I think the thing with Mario is I think he's kind of so brand conscious that he's kind of apolitical. I think he's one of those guys. He's like Michael Jordan talking about how Republicans buy sneakers too. Doesn't ever want to actually go on the record about anything. I think that's
Mario would jump over Biden and then the bridge under Biden would collapse and he'd fall into lava.
And then he goes in the castle and it's Pelosi.
He saves He saves Pelosi. Yeah. He would save Marjorie Taylor Greene, I guess, in this scenario. Anyway.
All right.
I don't like dressing up like Italians, but here we go. Let's do this horrifying tale. Wags.
That's right. Let me tell you about the cursed maiden who sounds perfectly ordinary until you learn she was a witch.
No!
Oh my god! Oh my god! The maiden, the maiden sounded so ordinary until I heard she was a witch.
Yeah, you heard she was cursed maiden. She's like, okay, it sounds normal to me. I don't know what's possibly cursed about her. Well, the curse is she was a witch.
Oh my God.
And you know what happened? That witch, the town, they got fucking pissed off at her. They cut her up.
Yay!
They cut her up into a bunch of pieces.
Stupid bitch.
And we saved her fingers. So you can reach in here and then feel like the fingers. So it's like one of those sorts of things.
I washed my hands.
I also washed my
Wash
hands.
my hands. Ooh,
Feels
fingers.
gross. And it feels slimy.
Yeah. There's some fingers.
Oh, that's gross. Her fingers?
Yeah, her fingers are in there.
That's fucking
Fucking
gross.
witch's fingers.
Fucking witch's fingers. That's
Fucking
gross.
nasty. And you know what else? They also kept her eyeballs.
Oh my God.
You can feel in here, and these are gross and slimy little balls that you can really reach. So people who are listening to audio, we have these bowls that have like a little paper towel over the top of them.
Ew,
that you can reach
slimy.
into.
And there's so many of them. How many eyes
Yeah,
did
how
she
many
have?
eyeballs?
She had a lot of eyes. She's a fucking witch.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fucking nasty.
It's fucking nasty. You know what else is nasty? Her skin.
No.
By the way, that looks like it says Mitch's skin.
It does.
Need a bigger container. All right, reach in here.
Hold on a second.
This feels
Wait,
kind of.
now hold on a second.
Yeah.
This is the Curse's Witch. It says severed fingers, human eyeballs.
Well, she was a human at a certain point.
Okay.
She turned into a witch.
Ew.
I can't really tell what the witch's skin is.
Yeah.
It kind of feels like a tortilla.
These could be eyeballs. They could be fucking. It could be balls.
Mhm.
Well, then I would just say testicles.
Forget it. Oh, that's fucking the skin. Mitch's skin is nasty.
Yeah. But not as nasty as zombie intestine. She's also a zombie.
Okay. See, this is what I was trying to point out.
Yeah.
It seems like there's
Inconsistency in the story.
yeah.
Yeah, look, the story. As we need to get
She
back
was
in the writer's
cursed
room.
because she was a witch, and then also okay.
We had to shut down writing because of the strike, so we didn't quite beat out the cursed maiden.
It's disgusting.
This one is legitimately very slimy and has a big oily residue.
And it also this one kind of smells.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's intestines.
Yeah, that's pretty gross.
Ugh.
Yucky.
Well, I hope you've enjoyed your horrifying meal because it's time to chase it down with a glass of the witch's blood.
What the fuck?
Ew. Thank you.
Wait, so they like hacked
you go.
this witch up and then kept her blood to serve to us?
Yeah, I think in my head canon, it's kind of like she, her body was just kind of dismembered and various pieces were just. I mean, I think you would, if you were trying to like do an autopsy on someone, you preserve some blood, right?
Ow! I gotta pull my.
No, I told you to put oil in it.
Ah!
Why are you doing that now? Why did you do that? Mitch just peeled his mustache off. That looked really painful.
All right, here we go. Blood.
Let's drink
Wait,
some blood.
wait. It's in a bottle. Does it say anything on it?
No, it doesn't say it. Don't read the label.
Wait, hold on.
Blood.
Blood.
Oh, the witch's blood is gross.
Which is blood.
I guess we can also taste the other things too.
The witch's blood is fucking nasty.
Yeah.
I don't know if I want to.
Eva's gonna pass, but Wags, you and I can taste all of the things.
I'm gonna try some zombie intestines now.
Well, this is just revealing exactly what it is.
Yeah, this is just pasta.
I'm eating from the back of the zombie intestines container.
It's not bad.
Is it like maybe that's from a Lucifers?
I think this is no. I think Amelia made this.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I
Amelia?
think it's like just some olive oil, salt and pepper.
I'll try some.
Mmm.
It's not bad.
It's fucking good.
Yeah, I have some of this.
Good job, Amelia.
The blood is fucking nasty.
Toss an egg one with some of this. You get an approximation of a carbonara. It's pretty.
That's good as hell.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Maybe I'll try some of this witch's skin. What the fuck is this?
I don't know. Oh, is Is it a rice wrapper?
Yes.
Oh, sorry. Were we supposed to guess?
No, that's fine.
I think it's a rice wrapper you put in like sushi in.
Wait, is that the game
That
works?
looked like you were eating paper.
Yeah, just looks like you're eating your napkin.
Like you'd wrap this instead of.
Tastes like I'm eating
Yeah,
a
this
napkin.
makes sense. It's got like seeds on it.
It tastes like a napkin.
Yeah, I think the thing that you normally would moisten.
It's very dry.
Very dry. This is a dry guy. I'm gonna put this back in there. Wait, is that how the game works? At like a party, you're supposed to guess what it is?
I don't know.
I don't
Why
think
is it
at
like-
parties you eat it. I think you just put your hand in the bowl and like feel it, and it's goopy and gross.
Got it.
I think only Homer eats it. I don't think you're supposed to eat it.
So we're just doing a Simpsons bet?
He's just not. He's not going to peel it. He's
Oh,
just
these are
gonna eat
string
it.
cheesies.
He's going to eat it one bite. That's what he does.
That's right.
It's more efficient.
I love taking a string cheese whole.
I actually like that too. I used to peel it, but then I became an adult and I gave up childish things. And now I just eat cheese like a woman, like an adult woman.
What's left? Oh, these are just grapes?
Oh, the grapes.
They're peeled
Peeled
grapes. Peeled grapes.
The grapes do a really good job of, the peeled grape does a really good job of feeling like an eyeball.
They're like an original, an OG
What?
gross.
How do you know?
Well, you know what I mean. I don't know what an actual like eyeball feels like, but I'm kind of infer.
Did you guys guess what the blood is? I think I know.
It's like a beet juice, right?
It's,
Yeah.
It's a fucking nasty ass beet juice.
I was hoping it would be grape juice.
It's good as a.
Do you like any like gross dare foods, or just like here's an exotic food that's like, you know, this is maybe something that you're not used to, but that maybe they eat in other cultures, and kind of try it and for the curiosity factor?
I feel like we've talked about eating bugs. Have we ever talked
Right.
about guinea pig? Like
Oh no.
Peru. In Peru, you get guinea pig a lot of places.
I've heard about this. Yeah.
And you can get it like I got one place I went and got mushu guinea pig, so it was cooked
Whoa.
and like it was in a little tortilla, like a little crepe. That was good, but then I got it with like the face and everything in
Oh
another
my
place, and
God.
that was like really
That's
that was a
horrifying.
lot, and
Wow.
I didn't finish it.
Yeah.
I've also done that like we've talked about like the maybe not the sorry Nick because you don't eat these, and I haven't done it in like decade.
Yeah.
But the baby octopuses that are walking around.
Oh yeah.
Like old boy style.
yeah.
You can get those in K-Town.
Yes.
So
Oh, man.
I used to do that, but not anymore I give up childish things.
There's also like, isn't there like the bird you eat like like a bird that has like feathers on it? We talked about this.
You
before.
talking about the ortolan, the French ortolan,
Yes,
where you have to
yeah.
put like you have to hang the thing over your head so you experience the animal
And it's like feathers and bones and,
and
it's
beak.
still
Yeah, it's like a one bite
Ugh,
bird.
Jesus.
That would be fun. I would eat that.
I guess I'd try anything once, but I don't
You
know
have to
about that.
be in France to eat an ortolan, I think.
Mm.
I thought that all of this witch's body was good.
Yes.
I think the best part of the witch's body was the zombie intestines.
Yeah, zombie intestines are good. That's
Yeah.
like give me a bowl of that bad boy.
How does the
grapes are
story
pretty good,
end?
Too. That witch
Mm-hmm.
turns out she didn't even die.
Oh yay!
Yay!
Ooh, now I'm scared.
Turns out
Is
she
there-
didn't even die.
Is there normally an ending for these? I guess I should have looked one up.
I mean, look, I'd yell at you for it, but I did nothing. Also, so I don't know. I think you did a great job.
Thanks, Mitch.
Wow, what a segment! Will we ever do this segment again? Maybe.
This was appropriate for Halloween, I think.
Yeah,
And
fun.
shout out to Abelia for putting all this food
I know.
together.
Amelia, you kick ass. That was
Okay.
fun.
Mm-hmm.
All right, that was Intest-dinner, just like a restaurant without your feedback. Let's open to the feedback. Here's this email. So I live in St. Louis, and there's a tradition that trick-or-treaters have to tell a little spooky joke to get candy as they go door to door on Halloween.
Mhm.
Think jokes along the lines of, what position does a ghost play in soccer? The ghoul keeper. That's pretty good.
Mm.
And you'll have the right idea. It seems crazy to people when they first come here, but it really does add a fun element to the night, and most kids are excited to try to get a laugh out of people. Anyway, I have a two-part question. One, were there any Halloween traditions unique to where you grew up? Two, what would be your Halloween joke if you were trick-or-treating in St. Louis?
Oh man.
Mm.
I do remember a fucking Halloween joke I heard when I was a kid. What do ghosts get in their nose?
What's that?
Boogers. And I think that's pretty good. And it's also like kids will like that because it's kind of gross, but it's like gross in an acceptable to kids way, you know? So that would probably be my joke.
My joke would probably be Swamp Thing. You make my Swamp Thing.
That email was from Adam, by the way. I meant to say this. Adam sent that in St. Louis. Thanks, Adam.
I don't know any specific when I was growing up stuff. I do have a friend in LA who has a bunch of trick-or-treaters. She's like, they live on like one of the big trick-or-treaty streets. And they just put up the sign that says "Dance for your candy," and they just blast music outside.
That's good.
That's fun.
And so the kids are just doing like a mosh pit before they can get candy.
That's
I thought
adorable.
that was really cute.
That's cute. That's a great idea. Yeah, I'm trying to. I mean, like, Halloween traditions unique to the area. I'm having trouble, like parsing that specifically. We did have. I feel like this is always the rumor of like every town has like if you go to this neighborhood they give out full size candy bars. Yeah. That's always the thing. There's always some like for us it was like the houses that rung the Lakewood Country Club, which is like a golf course. Like if you go to Lakewood Country Club, they'll fucking give out like a full size Mr. Goodbar or whatever. And I never actually tried it. And then they're also, I feel like every block has the one house you're not supposed to go to.
Yeah.
Like it's just like with their one fucking, the lawn is completely, gone to shit. And then like the light isn't on. And then they give out like unwrapped candy or something.
Or their religion doesn't let them celebrate.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's always always fun.
My TikTok algorithm has been sending me like women who are crying because of all the satanic stuff at Home Goods.
Wow.
And being like, do not celebrate this demonic holiday. And
that's good.
And then they like then they also like set up the camera in the car, cried, and then added the thing about all the Satan stuff at Home Goods.
Have you ever been to, I've talked about this on the podcast before, have you ever been to like a Christian, any sort of like evangelical, like anti-Halloween sort of event?
No, that sounds like it would be really fun though.
Yeah, I mean, it was not fun, but I also went when I was like 8 and I was like wanted to do a Halloween, and then my evangelical friend like had invited me and another kid to go over to like his church's backyard, and they had a fucking, I remember I've probably said all this month on the podcast, but they had like, it was like the Ghostbusters logo with like a witch in it.
Oh,
and
nice.
It was just basically like no Halloween is allowed. This was an anti-Halloween like carnival.
Did you get to do anything?
No,
wasn't
it
there
was
someone
really
a
fucking,
dunk tank?
There was a devil, but it wasn't they like couldn't afford a dunk tank or whatever. So there was a fucking devil. There was like a Lucifer devil, not the horny devil, like a classic sort of like red pitchfork devil.
Mm-hmm.
Just played by like some like church dad. And you could exchange tickets for wet sponges and throw them at him.
Not even water balloons, wet sponges?
No, they were wet sponges.
So you could re-wet them?
You could get him wet, and then he was like also...
He put a target over his junk.
Well, yeah, I remember he like played it like he was like really like, no, I'm scared. Like he played it like a scared, like, wimpy devil.
This guy's a freak. He definitely got off on
down, Dad. Give the dad a wet sponge bath.
But that's the only thing.
It.
That's the only thing I remember specifically from that. Other than that, I just remember it was like a very generic, just like shitty, like carnival, like that. Again, they just built in the backyard of a church.
Oh man,
I got to run a joke here for you.
Go for it.
Where do spiders do their Halloween shopping?
On the web.
On the web.
Oh, I'm sorry, I won't guess.
No, you should guess.
Did you just look up Halloween jokes?
What do ghosts drink, Wags? That was good for the pod.
What do ghosts drink?
Mm-hmm.
Bourbon?
Booze?
Mountain Boo.
Mountain Boo. Evaporated milk.
What's this? Hold on a second. What's a zombie's favorite song?
These are so vague. It could be anything.
Teenage Scream. But
Teenage Scream?
There's a song called Zombie by the Cranberries.
Yeah.
Why isn't that the zombie's favorite song?
It could be like, what's your favorite Katy Perry song? But just song in general? It could be like anything.
Okay, well, how about this one? What's a ghost's favorite dessert?
Evaporated milk.
Ice cream sandwiches.
Sure. Okay.
This one actually, I mean, that again, it could be anything. This one actually does. This one's good. Why can't werewolves play basketball?
Well, that was depicted in Teen Wolf.
Yeah, you think he can.
That's right.
He's the star of the team.
Yeah.
They got too many howls.
Like fouls.
They got too many howls.
Uh,
One last one.
Yeah.
What's a vampire's favorite TV show? This one's good.
Well, I mean, there's all sorts of like fucking Dracula TV shows. Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Okay.
There's True Blood. Spike. Was it the Spike?
Ted
was it
Lasso?
called Spike? It might be Ted Lasso.
Ted Lasso?
Ted Lasso?
Yeah.
Just Ted Lasso.
Just Ted Lasso?
What's a vampire's favorite TV show? Big Bang Theory.
Yay! That is good.
Boozinga.
When we were at the mall to do the
Made that part up.
Boozinga was good.
Boozinga.
That was better than the actual joke.
Cold Stone last night had a Dracula decoration and had a little speech bubble covering his mouth and he was saying boo. And my husband was like, he's never said boo.
Dracula does not say boo.
I'm going to try it out this Halloween.
Boo.
Boo.
I say boo now.
Somebody just got a bunch of decorations, mixed them up, made Dracula say boo.
Ghost is like, the fuck, man? You fear you're fucking saying my shit? Oh, no, I've always said boo. I like to say boo.
What if I said, like, I want to suck your blood, man?
Yeah.
How would you feel about it? I don't know why the ghost is very much a hippie.
We died in the 60s.
Eva, also, thank you for recording this during the graveyard shift. I don't know if people know this. We're recording this at midnight.
Oh, no. You're right.
Yeah.
It's the witching hour.
It's the witching hour.
It is the witching hour. This is I searched Bing for some Halloween jokes.
Oh God.
This first one you got. Why did the ghost go to the bar to get a booze?
Mm-hmm.
Booze to get a booze.
Yeah.
To get a booze?
Yeah. There's like a typo in this joke.
Your friend from the carnival wrote that.
Okay. This one's pretty fun. What do you call a witch who lives at the beach?
Sandwich.
Very good. What do you call a skeleton who refuses to work?
Lazy bones.
A liberal.
This one's pretty clever. Why don't ghosts like rain?
Wet sheets.
Umbrella related?
Both good answers. The answer is it dampens their spirits.
That's good.
That's clever.
I like it.
That's a clever joke.
That's almost a poem.
Yeah.
What do you get when
almost
you
a poem.
cross a snowman and a vampire?
Snowmans aren't scary.
Well, the vampire's a scary part. Maybe I should have led with vampire. What do you get when you cross a vampire with a snowman?
Ice cold ring.
Frostbite.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's pretty good.
This is like
pretty
a
good.
quality site, whatever you found.
I just chatted with Bing AI
Oh, wow.
and she said, tell me some Halloween jokes. And it spit out 5 of them.
That's pretty good.
Let's see if Keithcliff has a good Halloween one.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, so are you going to search AI for Heathcliff, or are you just searching?
He's going to...
They're going to the Heathcliff website?
Yeah, I was just going to look at Heathcliff.
Don't they wear the mummy suits a lot?
They do like the mummy suits. They probably also like have ones where they're just
isn't
wearing
there
like
a Dracula with Heath, or is it Frankenstein? He has some sort of monster that's with him at some points, right?
He's with the garbage ape a lot.
Oh, the garbage ape.
He will also oftentimes have like helmets is a big thing in the Heathcliff. You know, it's just like a shorthand for something. So I wouldn't be shocked if there was one where he was just wearing like a helmet that said "boo" or something like that.
Is Sasquatch a part of like a monster? Not the Monster Squad, a Monster Squad. Would you put Sasquatch in there?
Well, he's a cryptid, right?
Yeah, I think cryptids are kind of their own thing.
You have to be friends with like Loch Ness Monster and Giant Squid.
So are they a no-go on Halloween stuff or no?
They're real, but I mean, they're
real.
They're legendary.
But does legendary fall under? I mean, you say shark movies count as scary movies. Shouldn't Bigfoot and Loch Ness? Shouldn't they get in there?
I mean, if you want, you know,
I do want.
You can dress up like Harry and the Hendersons.
Yeah, it's fun.
All right, here's the strip for the current day. I don't think this is Halloween themed, but this is. We do see them wearing helmets here. Heathcliff has a helmet that says cat, and we'll maybe put this up on screen on the video feed. Heathcliff has a helmet that says cat. He's next to a dog that has a helmet that says Pug. And 2 birds who are sitting in a tree say, "I'm not sure what's happening here."
That's a classic.
I think that's pretty good.
I think that's pretty good. I'd also
the birds are the reader.
The birds are the audience surrogate there.
But there's no joke at all? Is that what they're saying?
I guess so. Let's see. I'm trying to find if there's a Halloween specific one. Yeah.
Here's one. It's Heathcliff, and then he's made a jack-o'-lantern in the form of snowman.
It's 3 pumpkins.
It's 3 pumpkins on top of each other, and the caption is these 2 ladies behind him talking about it. He loves the snow.
Yeah, he loves the format. Peter Gallagher, who's the current artist behind Heathcliff, loves the format of having 2 characters from outside the action comment on what's going on.
Weird.
So built a snowman out of jack-o'-lanterns. Speaking in that theme, this one I think is pretty good. This is Heathcliff, and he's manning a stand where he's selling pumpkins, carved pumpkins next to a little boy. And it says John-o'-lanterns, and the caption is, "Maybe it's the name." So I think the idea is he has unsold inventory because he's calling them John-o'-lanterns as opposed to Jack-o'-lanterns.
I like John-o'-lanterns.
John-o'-lanterns is pretty good.
Is the boy named John? Is that what we're supposed to believe?
No, I don't think the boy's named John at all.
Here's another one that's very close. It's a bunch of garbage pails on top of each other and a pumpkin on top, and it says Junk-o'-lantern.
Okay.
That's good.
I understand that, what the point is.
All right, this is not Halloween themed, but I think this is maybe fitting just because of its general sort of absurdity. This is a self-defense. It says self-defense. It's a storefront, and then outside of it is a frog. I believe it's a frog and a karate gi, and the caption is "Still no students?"
with a question mark.
With a question mark.
This is.
Is it because he's so diminutive? People
so
are like,
small.
why would I want to learn self-defense from that little frog?
Yeah, I think still no students.
Yeah, okay, I can kind of track that.
Here's one that's fitting, Wags. Heathcliff is standing in front of a place called Mario's Pizza.
Whoa.
Ooh.
And he has the pizza box open, and there's bats flying out of it, and it says Halloween toppings.
Bats?
There's bats flying out of the box.
All right, that one's good.
They're flying into the moon, and the moon also looks like a pizza with bats on it.
Yeah, it does. It's very confusing.
What did you look? Did you just look for Heathcliff Halloween?
Yeah, I searched Heathcliff Halloween. And
okay, because I was looking at October of this year trying to find.
No.
Let me go through and.
There's one that says, "This is my busy season," and it makes no sense. It's Heathcliff walking with a black cat, and there's 2 ghosts and a witch in the moon. This one where Heathcliff is covered in pumpkin says he's freeing the jack-o'-lantern from the pumpkin.
Oh, like it's kind of trapped within there?
I guess so.
This one is for the October 31st strip, so the Halloween strip from last year, 2022. Mm-hmm. And this is Heathcliff in front of a house, and there is a convoy of classic monsters walking out. We got a wolf man, we got a mummy, we got a witch, a Frankenstein, and a Dracula. And then up in the tree are 2 owls, and they are hooting the caption, "I've always wanted to go to a MASH."
All right.
Kind of a slice of life sort of thing.
Yeah.
Here's my last one.
Okay.
Before,
Imagine laughing at that. Like, as just a person in life.
It's Heathcliff. He's next to a giant guy in a cowboy costume. You see here, Wags.
Yeah.
And then it says there's a family watching him from a window. And it says there's a man-eating giant Halloween party.
What? What the fuck does that mean?
That guy's as a huge giant guy?
Yeah. And then it says there's a man-eating giant Halloween party.
There's no punctuation. So that man is a party?
Or I think that there's the party.
He's a man-eating giant?
Heathcliff is going to a man-eating giant Halloween party with the man-eating giant. Look. Emma, can you play the Mario sound?
I have one more, and then after that, can we play we just play the Game Over sting, which is a different one. We're back at Mario's Pizza.
That's what I was doing. Right.
No, you play the Loss of Life. That's different from the Game Over sting. Those are two different things. Okay, so we're back at...
I don't need to play.
We're back at Mario's Pizza. This is a Sunday strip. This is from October 31st, 2021. So again, it's the Halloween strip. We are depicting a bunch of monsters dancing. There we got a skeleton, a wolfman, a Frankenstein, a bride of Frankenstein, a mummy, and what have you. They're all boogieing with some music notes. There is a pizza man walking up to a haunted house. He presents his pizza with pepperoni and eye of newt. And then the punchline, I've always wanted to go to a MASH. He did the same punchline 2 Halloweens in a row.
Come on, man.
Oh,
no. There's no editor? There's no one being like, oh, great job, Peter, but you just did this.
I think he's thriving is the thing. I think the Heathcliff fans love his current output.
Oh, great.
And he's also bringing in some new fans. So
all right.
Thanks for the question, Adam. If you have a question or comment about the world of chain restaurants, you can email us at doughboyspodcast@gmail.com or leave us a voicemail at 830-GO. That's 830-463-6844. And to get the Doughboys Double, our weekly bonus episode, join the Golden or Platinum Play Club at patreon.com/Doughboys. Eva Anderson, always a thrill to have you. Thanks so much for being here for this very spooky episode.
Thank you.
Anything you'd like to plug?
Yes. I am doing a live immersive show in Los Angeles on November 30th to December 3rd. If you want to purchase tickets, they just went on sale yesterday, if this is dropping Thursday. On the website is theshapeofthenight.com. That's theshapeofthenight.com. It's an immersive party about nightmares and dreams.
Tell us the dates it's going to be running again.
November 30th to December 3rd in Koreatown, Los Angeles, California.
Well, if you're in the LA area, definitely check that out.
Mm-hmm.
Give us the URL one more time.
Theshapeofthenight.com.
Awesome. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Thanks for having me.
Oh my God, what a treat. Thanks for being here.
So much fun.
A thing that we used to do in Halloween-wise, we use a big, we use our pillowcase instead of a...
That's a fucking cool bad kid thing.
Yeah.
Then you reach a certain age, like you get a fucking
candy.
pillowcase, you get extra candy. Mm-hmm. When it's just like, I'm not going to get any more candy. It's however many houses you go to.
A little pointer for all of our kid listeners out there.
Would you put your head on like an uncovered pillow at that night too?
I think yes. Because I think it would stay in the bag for a long time.
Oh man.
Or you'd be like, Ma, like give me like an old pillowcase. Mm-hmm. And she'd give you some cummy old pillowcase and you go out there with that.
Hey, Mom, whose cum is this?
Don't worry about it. Just get out there.
Because I'm a little kid. It's not my cum. I shouldn't even know what cum is. Take the cummy pillowcase and enjoy your Halloween. Okay, Mom. Jesus, get on my back.
Wise, I think there's only one last thing to say.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I thought we were going to
do it together?
Yeah.
That'll do it for this episode of Doughboys. Until next time, for the Spoon Man, Mike Mitchell, I'm Nick Weiger. Happy haunting. Oh, no.
See ya.
Bye. Want Doughboys merch? Check out our partners at Kinship Goods. Get our new Shockdoughbooerdeath design, plus our now famous 5-4 cat and our Golden Plate Club shirt, and many other high-quality Doughboys tees, totes, hats, aprons, and more. Check out doughboys.kinshipgoods.com. That's doughboys.kinshipgoods.com. Sources for the intro are in the episode description.
That was a Headgum podcast.